Hey everybody, welcome to Simple Diversion Live Hangout number 3. My name is Graeme.
My name is Rob.
And Chad.
There you go.
He's going to introduce himself.
That's right. I've been on like my third time. So.
It is.
He's no longer a rookie. All right, we apologize if there's any blurriness issues, any sound issues, any sun issues. But we are outside. There is wind, there is sun.
Yeah, so you might hear a little breeze here and there, but it's nice.
Very nice. So today we're going to be doing somewhat of a loose review on the Tatuaje TAA, the 2015 edition. Why don't you guys show the them out there what that looks like? And then we're going to actually be starting with the Angel's Envy, which is a Kentucky straight bourbon. The reason why we picked the bourbon, A, it goes well with the cigar, and B, we're almost out, so we need to finish up that bottle.
Do it. This is looking pretty close too, a little more than halfway.
I know, it's getting scary. It's getting scary.
Yeah.
And then we also might try some of the Johnny Walker wine cask, which if any of you have seen our live hangout with Scotch test dummies, we didn't really like it. So we'll see if our minds have changed a little bit now that it's been open a little bit.
You might like it.
I may.
It's just funny too because that was a few months ago and it's still a full bottle.
Yeah. Solid reason for that.
So we haven't come back to it. All right, Rob, why don't you do the honors and pour us a dram?
Sounds good.
This looks good.
It smells good.
It smells good.
Let the guests first.
I also do
actually
like the logo on it too, but we'll get back to that.
That's right. We'll get back to that. We'll talk about this guy a lot.
So Angel's Envy.
Kind of smells like cologne, like a barnyard cologne.
Barnyard cologne.
There's sweetness on it, I guess.
But it's also copyrighted, so if anybody tries to make that, we know where you live.
We got a little bit. Oh, okay. Well, we might be drinking this a little bit then. All right.
I mean, I can finish it off.
You can, yes. Yes, you can.
I'll walk home.
Okay, so this is Angel's Envy. Like we said, Kentucky straight bourbon. We can find this for about $48 to $52, depending on where we go. It's actually more expensive at the Total Wine, which usually we can find it for cheaper.
Right, it is interesting.
So our local liquor store, Jeff's, actually has it for a little bit cheaper than Total Wine.
Yeah, it's nice too because I like it.
Yeah, it's good. We'll get into that. So it's aged in American oak barrels for 5 to 7 years. It is a non-age statement, so this is just kind of a range. And then it's finished in old port barrels for 3 to 6 months. So you might have that, different finish to it as a normal Kentucky straight bourbon. Might stand out differently. It might be a little bit more sweet, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because correct me if I'm wrong. Port barrels would be for wine. Port wine. Thank you. Thank you. And then another fun fact, if you guys want me to share.
Go ahead. You're on a roll.
So Angel's Envy is going to be stored in the upper racks of the warehouse in basically like an attic. And if you at home go into your attic ever, you notice it's really hot in the summers.
Oh, yeah.
So there's more of the spirit that actually goes towards the Angel's share, hence the name Angel's Envy. And that's kind of where it gets its name. So they have a lot of evaporation, so they probably lose a lot, which I don't know if that helps with the flavor or...
Yeah, it does something to it.
Has anything to do with it. So, but it is also 43.3%. Maybe just double check that, make sure I'm right.
Okay.
But I believe it's 43.3.
43.3. Oh, it's cool too because it has the batch number and bottle number. I like it when they do that.
And then the wings.
And of course you can't really see it there. I guess you kind of can. But the tattoo, the wings looks like, angel wings.
And if I'm getting really close to Chad, it's just because he's in focus and we're not. So we're like,
so we want to be in focus.
Hey, just focus on us. But Chad, we've never really introduced Chad. He's been on a couple of shows, but Chad is a longtime friend of ours and has come over to smoke many cigars and share many drams. So
that's true.
He's always kind of wanting to learn more, and we wanted to get his take on what he thought of this stuff. So I thought, hey, come on the show, and we'll have some fun. And
it's also
if it fails, then you just never come back on again.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But no, it's an honor to be on here and smoke with you guys and drink some good spirits. So.
Hopefully, we have a good smoke.
A good schmout.
Good schmout. Good schmout.
Right on my hand.
Good old cigar vixen.
That's right.
Okay, let me see if there's anything else here. No. So should we have a nose?
Of course.
We're kind of going through this
I was
quick.
going for the cigar here. Okay.
So what I want to do is just get a quick, maybe a couple sips before we let up, so we could at least give you guys
Sounds good.
a flavor profile. It smells sweeter than your normal bourbon, a lot more enticing, a lot friendlier. Maybe a little bit more, I'd hate to say it, but floral sweetness with maybe honey and light toffee.
I'm getting
definitely the honey.
I'm getting a lot of nuts, maybe some almonds. Some sweet almonds.
It's kind of nutty.
Or hazelnut.
Fruity too.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm talking about with the sweetness, the fruitiness. Is that not clean?
Oh, it was clean.
Bug in
I
there
think
already?
something just fell in it. But I'll drink it. Protein.
Very good. Very good.
The alcohol kills anything that might be.
That's true.
So.
Let me see if we can get into the chat quick. If you guys want to take a sip, you can. I just I want to get into.
Looks like on the screen we haven't started yet. Hopefully we have.
It says we're live, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it says we're live. We're good. Okay. Don't scare me like that now.
Sounds good.
Cheers.
Prost.
Prost.
What's the
To the host who boasts the most.
what's the Korean way we found out? Or Japan? One of the two.
Kung Pao.
Kung Pao.
Kung Pao. Yes, that is another thing you guys have to. You have to.
All right.
The show.
Let me just catch back up with some people that are in here. We have Santa Cruzin. Hello, gents. Hello.
Hold on, do you want to?
Let's turn that off. Josh is in. We have Crosby's Corner. My beautiful, beautiful people is what he always introduces. That's always fun. Josh tried some Lefroy Quarter Cask this weekend, and he said it was delicious. We have Richie Z. Greetings, gentlemen and whiskey friends. Rory.
Rory, what's up, man?
Yes, this was supposed to be at 3 p.m. Rory, you need to get to our Facebook page and our Facebook group, and then you can see we actually changed it to 2 p.m.
That's right.
So join us on there because it's a really great community. Mind-blowing first-time chiropractic adjustment.
Just a heads up too. I think we are about 5 to 10 seconds behind or ahead of you guys.
Yes.
So if we don't get to a comment in time, that's fine.
Yes. So if you have any questions too, just feel free to drop them in. We do have super chat, I think, too. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what any of that means, but sounds
Super
good.
chat is something that they can click there's like a dollar sign on there, and they can choose to donate some money toward
very
you or
cool,
the channel to help
very
support. So it's pretty cool.
You can do it from here too. Just give us your wallet.
My wallet's right there.
Perfect.
I should have never said that.
We got some.
Sorry, Brittany.
I don't want to say games going on today, but like not trivia, but
Kind of.
questions.
Chad's going to lead us in a game to
That'd be
see
fun.
how well we know each other
Okay.
with our whiskey and cigar hobby.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
well, I don't know if we can keep score or not, but
We're
They'll
all
keep score
winners.
for us.
We're all
Keep
losers.
score for us, guys.
No.
Put it in the
all
comments.
right. So I'm going to take a sip of this.
All
Let you get-
losers?
Winners.
Oh, that's better.
Winners. Yeah, I did not have the same reaction he had when he drank some of his. I thought it was very smooth. I don't mean I'm not a big fan of the bourbon whiskey kind of style, but this one actually was very, very smooth. I can see why you guys like this one.
It is very smooth.
So-
Almost too smooth. Almost.
Almost.
Not
I'm having
quite.
a hard time lately swallowing. I don't
Oh,
know why.
That sounds like a
No,
person.
really. Like I bet. Anyways,
Anyways, nothing jumps out like off the charts to me. It kind of all blends together. But I would say, let me see here.
Josh, you did not win. We won. You lost. Just kidding.
I'd say, honey, some light fruit in there, maybe along with that sweetness. Like there is no, I hate saying this because we said this a lot when we were rookies, but there's no bite to it.
Yeah.
It's just very gentle and goes down really easy. I guess I'd like it to be a little bit more powerful.
it'd be nice if it was more like between the 46 and 50% range. Have some more oomph.
Yes, and when I say powerful, I don't mean aggressive, but if
Right.
there was some more flavors that
Mhm.
stood out a little bit
'cause-
more.
Yeah. I know a lot of beginners, from what I hear, the bourbon or the whiskey between like 40 and 43% or whatever, they think that has more flavors and less kick, but actually, for me anyways, when my palate starts to adjust to the higher ABV, I actually get a lot more flavors, and I don't get that
and that's
alcohol
typically
that you
true.
would usually get if you were just to go straight in. So.
And that's typically true too. Why some people get really bummed when something's like a 15-year-old and it's that 40%. They're like, why didn't we go to 43 or 46? Because with the higher ABV, you typically do get more flavor.
Well, it's like going from Miller Lite to, I don't want to say Guinness, but like a wheat beer maybe.
Sure.
So would you say this is like a good beginner's whiskey or bourbon whiskey for somebody? Because especially somebody's breaking in. Like for me, I like this. So
I enjoy it a lot, actually. I just wish something stood out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And for the price, I think I really wish something stood out a little bit more. But it's really good, and it's a step above like a Basil Hayden's for me, because Basil Hayden's is really light too.
Yeah. See, Basil Hayden's is one that I would put as beginner. I would put Angel's Envy. I mean, it's okay.
Intermediate.
I think it would be fine if you kind of started off with that after having maybe your typical Jim Beam or something. But to actually get the flavors, I would say try some Basil Hayden's first, maybe, and get used to some of that, and maybe Eagle Rare.
Yeah. I've tried both of those, and
Chad's already in the sun. We're screwed.
That's okay. just go.
It's gonna be a disappearing act.
Here, just stay behind me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Richie Z says, I have the Angel's Envy finished rye, which is awesome. Still need to try the port finish. We have not tried the rye finish, so that actually sounds pretty amazing.
Phil is in the house. Phil is in the house.
Oh, Phil's in the house.
Phil is the one that was so generous with the cigar bomb. So thank you very much. Kind of in person.
Wow. Thank you.
We can't wait to smoke those and review those.
Yeah.
And, not only just the Cubans, but all of them.
Yeah, we might have
really
time
good variety
in the next week or two to review one.
Hey, for Pete's sake, have a cigars in the house. What's up, Pete? Hopefully you're doing well. So, would this be something, Chad, that you would buy, the Angel's Envy?
I would, just because I do like that smoother taste, the smoother finish. But again, I am still a beginner to whiskeys, even though I have a few in my house. This one is something that I do prefer, actually. I do like the flavors.
You're more of a Scotch guy?
Correct.
Okay.
I do want to say I'm also, I don't know if you guys said it already, but some toffee and a little bit of maple.
Yeah, and the more you go into it, there is more to it. Mm-hmm. But again, too, the finish is going to be mild and short, so it kind of leaves before you want it to.
Yeah. When I say maple, I actually mean like
maple syrup.
Maple syrup, yeah. It
is good. It's really good.
I wouldn't put that on your pancake, but
I would.
I mean, do we want to give it a grade?
Or sure, we can give it a grade.
Okay. I'll go first. No, yeah, okay, go. Okay.
Well, as a not only the guest, but somebody that hasn't ever tried this before, I'll probably give it a higher grade than you guys. Are we doing A, B, C, and D, or the percentages?
You can even do a B minus, or something like that.
I would probably give it. I'd probably give it a B minus B. I do like the flavors. I like the smoothness of it. But again, as you guys did mention, it is something that's a little bit more pricier for maybe not that result that you kind of want. So that's why it comes down a little bit, but it's still very, very good. I would not be mad having that in my house at all. So, and I can see why you guys drank 3/4 of it already.
Yeah, it's a good score. I'd give it a B plus. Reason why I wouldn't give it an A. It's like when you have so many different whiskeys, when you first start off, you're like, oh, this is so good, this is an A, and then as you get more into the whiskey, I don't want to say genre, but kind of field, you have a broader palette, so you kind of compare it to things that you actually think are an A. Yeah. Even though this is really good, it's I don't want to say it's lacking, but like you said, you wish you had more oomph. It's a little higher ABV, but a B plus to me is
that's pretty good,
more than solid. So,
would you give it
a B minus?
Okay, I'm gonna go right in the middle between you two, and I'm gonna give it a B. I think it offers something different from typical Kentucky straight bourbon, where you have that bourbon feel, but then something else comes along with that port finish, maybe that changes it. That at least in one way makes it stand out or different from other bourbons. But It does seem a little mild for me, where I wish it stood out a little bit. But on the other hand, it's easy to drink. It goes down smooth.
Yeah. So we can say between the three of us, it about a B.
Yeah.
We do have a question from Richie Z. Graham, I'm gonna let you answer this.
Do we have a Tumblr page?
He must
No, the one above
no.
that.
He must
Angels
know
Envy.
we are a fan of Rabbit Hole. He wants to know how it compares. Angels Envy compares to Rabbit Hole.
That's a great question. It's always tough for me unless I'm comparing the two side by side. But Rabbit Hole, it's going to be more of that that typical Kentucky straight bourbon where you're getting more of the corn, the honey,
More bold than
this, and maybe even some toffee in there. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I feel like the way I can explain is when I sip some Rabbit Hole, it just kind of it hits me like whoa, like that's good. With this, it's kind of like there's flavors that just kind of bounce at me. I'm like that's bourbon, that's awesome.
Well, and Rabbit Hole gets a bad rap because of the price, but then again, it is cheaper than this,
and it's only 2 years aged,
right?
So,
but this doesn't have really an age statement, so I mean, you
5 to
can
7-ish.
it might be I'm sure it's aged longer than Rabbit Hole. But the way I would compare it is I honestly think Angels Envy is sweeter. I think you do get more of the molasses.
I agree with that.
But like you said, you get more of the bourbon out of Rabbit Hole. Rabbit Hole has a higher ABV too, which is probably why. Yeah, I want to say 46
or 48.
Yeah,
Something like that.
So you definitely do taste more of the. I would say more of the even just the corn. I mean, there's and you know, and I think I'm a little biased too because there's something about just having bourbon when it's kind of fresh. It's something new. It hasn't been around for a while, and I feel like we have somewhat of a connection with Rabbit Hole.
Yeah.
At least in the past, and but yeah. So are we cutting this guy now?
Yeah,
I don't know if that
figured I would
answered your
jump ahead
question,
and cut.
but all in all, they're both great bourbons.
They are. I
got nothing against any of them.
Yeah. So Josh asked why he wasn't invited. As you can see, it's tough enough just to fit 3 across here. But you will be on one of the next one before summer ends. Or, Josh, you could be on maybe a winter edition outside. Yep. Wouldn't that be fun, huh?
Yeah. Winter
be cold.
We do not have a Tumblr page, do we?
You know what? I don't think I've ever had a Tumblr page.
Because Rory says he saw a real nice picture of us, which kind of creeps me out.
A little bit.
Well, there could be a...
They just grabbed it from somewhere?
I'm sure it could be like a cigar group who gets pictures when they search like certain cigars or something, and then they probably put it up there to get likes. But hey, whatever. We're out there. They know if they see us. That's cool.
So should we hop over to this?
Sure.
The TAA?
But real quick, I do want to say something to Josh, and you guys probably has nothing to do with the video.
Oh,
I texted Josh earlier to make sure he's on today because I got something for him. I was going to wear my Derek Carr jersey, but just didn't really look good in shorts. So I wanted to mess them a little bit. So I got the Brett Favre, you know. Thanks for the memories.
Ooh, Josh volunteered for the Game of Thrones Johnny Walker.
He volunteered?
To be on a...
Okay.
So. Hey, okay.
Got the baby over there.
Got the baby.
All right.
So let's transition because we do have fans that are whiskey and some that are just cigars and
Absolutely.
some that are both. So let's transition now to the Tatuaje TAA, which is the Tobacconists Association of America Limited. This is, again, the 2015 edition. They come out with these once a year, and it's a special series, which is, again, limited. So it came out in 2011, and they rolled 30,000 cigars. For the 2015, they're up to 76,000. So obviously, it's probably making some good sales, so they're starting to roll more and more. And the reason why we're smoking the 2015 is I've had these in my humidor for a few years, so I just figured let's smoke them. So they are probably up to 2018 by now.
Oh, you know what? Did you ever ask? You said Rich, right? He's
Rich?
The guy that
Richie Rich?
Yep, he's the guy that sent us over the cigars.
Phil.
I'm sorry, Phil. Sorry.
Disrespect my friend like that.
It was. Anyway, I didn't get the name and the address where it came from, and you've been talking. Sorry, Phil. And sorry, Rich. But Did he ever say how long those were aged? Not that it really matters.
He didn't. No. Okay. But he gave us a lot of great information on where to buy Cubans and
nice.
make sure that they're not counterfeit.
Cool.
So it's really
Cubans
good
are
stuff.
good. I've had one, remember?
A real one?
Yes.
Where?
My brother-in-law got it from Cuba.
Who did he get it from?
I don't know.
Who's Cuba?
So how do you know it was real?
From Cuba.
Yeah, who's Cuba?
This is what they do. Hello, sir. Hello. You want Cuban? This is real Cuban.
I could give you the.
And then you smoke rat
I'm gonna
poop,
like this guy.
shavings, hair.
I have no.
You're lucky you're still alive.
I have so much to say.
Or are you?
I have so much to say right now.
So, anyways, these retail about $11 a stick. You can also buy a box of 20. We like I said, we found these in our local B&M. I don't remember the price exactly, but it has a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, which is a leaf that's going to be grown in full sun. And when those leaves are grown in the full sun like that, they tend to be thicker, more rugged, more full of sugar and sweeter flavors. So we'll see if we get those as well. It's becoming more and more popular over the past few years, too, to use a Connecticut broadleaf. And they are used for Maduro cigars for the most part. Outside of that, Tatuaje is a great brand. I enjoy Tatuaje. I enjoy this cigar. I've had it before, so I think we will enjoy it. We are supposed to get notes of earthiness, nuttiness, oak, dry coffee beans. Usually, one thing I forgot too is usually with the Connecticut broadleaf, some of the predominant flavors are going to be earthy and toasty flavors. So we'll see if we get any of that too.
I love the box press.
Yes,
I love that.
Yeah, again, it's more of a, you can definitely tell it's more of a rugged cigar. I like how in the foot, it's kind of, it's not open. They actually close it off. So
it's the little things they do.
Yeah.
That's good. And a little bit of spice, like I usually do when I first light a cigar.
Hopefully you all are having a good weekend. Hopefully we can be a little bit of entertainment before the next week starts. And hopefully you guys are able to smoke or drink with us and just enjoy the simple diversions that we have.
Phil just left a comment. 1 to 5 years old.
Wow.
There you go.
So non-Cubans are fairly young. The Cubans about 3 to 5.
Thanks again, Phil.
Yeah, thank you. Very generous.
Thanks for being here watching.
Yeah, thank you guys for. I know you could all probably be doing something else. So
How many do we have watching right now?
About 7.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better
we
than
only
one.
have 1,260 subscribers, but
It's okay.
It's more of an intimate show, and we can be able to chat with you guys. And
I like that better.
Yeah. Has anybody had this cigar before? Let us know in the comments too. So, you have something, Rob?
I was just gonna say we got to get with Crosby's Corner.
Yes, I do want to do that before the summer's over.
Yeah.
I'm alive. Hey, thanks for pouring me some. I appreciate that. Yeah,
Same with
I'm sorry.
Scotch test dummies, which I don't think they're here, but
well, they're yeah, and I know they're
Scott's
probably
been
a lot
wanting to
busier.
do a cigar with us. I said by like mid to late August. He said sure, but haven't really talked to him for a while.
Josh says you could be watching the Brewers game. That is very true. Last night here in the good old state of Wisconsin, it was a great night for sports. We had the Green Bay Packers' own Jerry Kramer get inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We also had the Packers do their family fun night, which you were at.
I was.
You were at.
How was that?
It was good. It was very good. It's nice to see all the fans out there from older to younger, and just to watch a scrimmage and tailgate and cook out and all that.
How do you think Rodgers looked?
Rodgers looked good. Brent Huntley, I can't.
Did you say Brent?
Brent. Yes. I have to do a live for you. No, Huntley. He didn't look so good. So
Really?
Does he ever?
no.
I remember when he had a big heart on for Huntley.
Well,
Send him to the Raiders.
Just give him a shot. Just give him a shot.
he looked good when he played preseason. I know you can't really grade on preseason, but he looked solid.
No, he
came in.
he missed a couple wide open receivers in practice, so that's always a good start.
Well, and the fun thing about that was just a practice last night, but it was in the stadium, and there was 78,000 people there. So
There's quite a few.
Oh, so it was full.
Oh yeah, sold out.
what other
I do want to
City
say
can you
real
go to?
quick, I posted on my page on Facebook, but Derek Carr is talking very highly of Jordy Nelson. So all those Packers fans that like love Jordy Nelson, all of a sudden he got traded, and they like, oh, he was old, he was out of it. Watch that video.
Watch it.
Watch it.
And then finally, the Brewers beat the Rockies last night at home 8-4. So great night for Wisconsin sports. A lot of things to do if you were around the area.
Yeah.
I know we watched the Hall of Fame speeches.
Yeah. Speaking of Hall of Fame, real quick, now that we're back on that, what was your favorite speech?
Jerry Kramer, but
Jerry
that's just
Kramer.
because
I
means
really,
more to me.
I love Jerry Kramer, and I really liked Ray Lewis's speech.
I like Josh's comment there. And they can go to the Raiders also.
I mean, you probably will. I would not be surprised. Everyone goes to the Raiders or the Seahawks and the Packers.
or the Vikings. Used to be the
Yeah.
Vikings years ago. They were our like JV team. That's not the case so much anymore. But so we're not very far into this. I say we play the game.
Okay.
And
Okay, let's
then
play the game.
That way we can get like a third in
And then talk about it.
talk about what we're getting.
I will say it's calmed down with the spice already, and I like that. So I can get
Mhm.
some other stuff.
All right.
But
I
yeah,
do remember
let's play the
these
game.
being a little bit more on the drier side than in the past when I've smoked them.
All right, so we do have notes for Chad, so he can ask us the questions.
So they're gonna start. How well do you know me? Game.
And I don't know any of these questions popping up.
And I do because I wrote them.
So Graham has an advantage. He was able to think about it.
Yeah.
So,
They're not too difficult.
no. So, guys, what is your favorite bourbon?
I would say Rob's favorite bourbon is going to be Rabbit Hole.
Rabbit Hole.
Yep.
I'm gonna say your favorite bourbon is Buffalo Trace.
You are right.
You are wrong.
What?
Rabbit Hole is my second favorite.
What's your favorite?
Buffalo Trace.
All right.
Okay.
There you go.
So I can see why you said Rabbit Hole, because we did the top 5 under a budget of bourbons.
Yep.
And Buffalo Trace is the number 1, so I thought you would get it. But
Well,
I
you're
guess
always
you didn't
gushing about
know.
Rabbit Hole.
I
so-
love Rabbit Hole. Rabbit Hole
Always
is
gushing.
definitely my number 2. But for the price and everything involved and how hard it is to get Buffalo Trace and that treasure when you have it in your hand. I know down in some states you can get it like
So they've already gotten one wrong.
There we go.
for 1-0.
All right. Well, what is the favorite Scotch?
This one's going to be a little bit
I'll
harder.
answer first this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Lagavulin 16.
Ooh.
I'm stuck between Lagavulin 16 and Highland Park 18, but I'm gonna go with Lagavulin 16.
I'm going to jump in this one.
Okay.
It's okay.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
you should
I'm
try and
gonna
get both of
say-
us.
The Highland Park 18.
Okay, you have
I-
Highland Park 18.
yep,
I've got Lagavulin
yep.
16. Then.
Okay. And I'm going to say for you, favorite Scotch. And this can be blended as well, I'm assuming. Blended whiskey, blended Scotch, blended malt. I'm going to say
Think high.
high price.
Just no, like think
Johnny Walker Blue Label.
think like outside of the box. I'm screwing you up now. Just
I would say Highland Park 15 and or I'm just going to say Highland Park 15.
Okay.
And for me, I'll say you're both right because it's like picking a favorite food. Yeah, I love pizza, but I love steak.
Yeah.
And there's different times. Lagavulin 16 is very peated. Highland Park 18 is more citrusy sweet. So they're both. It's really hard to pick just a favorite Scotch for me because they're all different. They're so different.
they are.
And
They
bourbon
are.
is more like you kind of know what you're going to get.
Yeah. So tell us which. Okay, you just said.
I said you're pretty
okay.
much both
We're
right.
both
yeah.
right. Did you have a guess for me? Probably not.
No.
I
No.
I really like the Balvenie.
Oh, you know what?
14
Why
and
was
the
I not thinking about
Caribbean
that?
Cask in the 21 year that we tried. That's why I was like,
if
think
I had
high.
thought about it, I would have said the Balvenie
Yeah.
14 year.
But
I even thought about that when I was
Park
making
15
this.
is definitely up there along with Lagavulin 16. So I actually like the Highland Park 15 more than the Highland Park 18, which not a lot of people do.
Okay.
So
for the next
and
question,
I'm sure you watchers or you viewers, I'm sorry, Chad,
it's okay. That's good.
are probably wondering why we like these scotches. So maybe we can talk a little bit about that when you guys ask some questions. All right. Oh, Josh's number 1 is Buffalo Trace too. That's cool.
Have you had Buffalo Trace?
I don't believe so.
Well, if I ever open my bottle, I'll give you some. I got to find a new bottle before I can open that bottle.
Are they dumb question? Of course.
Yeah.
Are they hard to find? Is that why?
Yes.
Or just
Up
pricey?
here they are because we'll get. I mean, I think Total Wine up here got 100 or so, and
But
they
don't
sold
even
out on
shelve
the
it.
weekend.
They don't even shelve it. They
Yeah.
just put a picture on Facebook and then it's gone.
Yeah.
That weekend. And then Otto's in the falls,
They get a couple.
it gets like a case a
Yeah.
month, but he said that's usually gone right away.
It's too bad there's no like a place you can buy liquor online or something.
I went to
Jeff's had it once, didn't they? But we
They
had
did.
we already had a bottle, so we were like,
Yep.
well,
and I know when I went down to Texas, I think it was
let's finish this thing.
May, the end of May.
That was good.
It is good. I go on a Total Wine and they have like 20 or so Buffalo Trace. Like it was so easy to find. Anywhere you went, they had it. So
Drink your water, boys. It's hot out. It's about 90 degrees. 90 degrees.
For the next question, though, I have a question on top of that for you. So, you guys have, what is your least favorite type of whiskey?
okay. Oh,
And
that's a
then
good
you
question.
have the
I know yours.
Scotch, bourbon, Canadian, Irish, Japanese. I think it'd be very cool if you guys actually tested a Japanese whiskey, because I
Yeah.
know that's somewhat rare
Yeah,
to find, but
we haven't reviewed one, but
I've heard they got a lot of work to do to gain on the other industries.
I heard they are getting better. There
Yeah.
are a couple that are like high end, but they're expensive.
That's the thing too. Like I've heard there's 2 or 3 that are worth buying. They're like $50 some.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to buy something like that without knowing a whole lot about it. Like a Balvenie. I already know the name Balvenie. I know it's a good brand, so I might be more willing to get a 14-year as opposed to
Yeah.
a Hibiki that I don't know anything about. Maybe I just need to do more research.
Yeah.
So
I'll answer first. This
okay,
time. Canadian.
I'll answer second. Canadian.
Yeah.
Yes. And-
oh yeah, don't you know?
Now I will say Canadian whiskey such as Crown Royal or what Seagram's.
That's
Yeah.
what's good with soda.
You know,
And
it's
that's
good
the thing,
with
we're talking
soda.
about
It's
drinking
good
neat.
with like
Yeah.
Canada Dry or Diet Coke or something. But for neat, I mean, even people in Canada know that the whiskey is a little more
Mild.
mild.
Very
you.
mild.
I was thinking soft and watery, and
Flavorless.
I mean, it really is. Yeah.
We do have the Lot 40, which I've
Yeah.
heard really good
Yeah.
things about that. Actually, I looked in my time hop and I bought it a year ago and it still isn't open. That and the Stranahan's. Bought
Oh,
that
yeah.
a year ago and we haven't opened either of them.
Stranahan's from Colorado, right?
Yep. So we'll have to open those up. Before we go to the next question, we do have a question from Richie Z. He says, any plans to visit some bourbon distilleries in the next year?
We thought about going to the Kentucky Bourbon Trail.
We actually wanted to do the Kentucky Bourbon Trail next year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to work out just with some personal family plans going on. But we've talked about, I'd love to do the Rabbit Hole, the Buffalo Trace, the Jim Beam, and then the Wild Turkey.
Yep. Those are the exact 4 I'd want to go. If I had to choose 3, you have to go Jim Beam. You have to go Wild Turkey. And then Buffalo Trace. But Rabbit Hole being so new and, I mean, all glass, it's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. So.
And then your sister lives in Tennessee,
Yep.
and then my high school best friend lives in Tennessee. So I'd like to do a couple Tennessee visits
Yep.
too eventually because,
Yep.
free room and board.
Yeah.
George
Go to
Dickel,
Lynchburg.
Jack Daniels. So, yes, plans
Lynchburg
to
is
go
good.
out there. When, who knows. I also want to go to Scotland in the 10-year plan, but I don't know if that's going to 10-year. I have to push that back to 15. We'll see.
Yeah. So what about you? Have you planned to go to any bourbon distilleries, or have you? Which ones?
I'd like to go to Nicaragua too and do some cigar
That
rolling.
would be cool. Yeah. Roll your own cigar. This guy went to Ireland last year,
Yeah.
right? Last
That's
year.
right. Yeah,
And got
that's
the
me.
Jameson.
That's fun. Jameson
Made his own label.
Yeah.
True.
We reviewed it. Go check it out.
I cut down a tree.
All right, what do we got for the next question here? I got
All
some
right.
work to do. Come back.
So we talked about your least favorite whiskey. Obviously,
Do you have one?
least favorite?
Like a type? Maybe you haven't branched out that far yet.
No, but I mean, if I was going to say anything, I mean, you kind of mentioned you like more the peaty style ones. I have to be in a mood for something like that. Like you mentioned, I'm going to mutilate.
So you're not a big fan of the peaty scotches.
Yeah, I have to be in the mood for it, or like cigar, or campfire. Those things kind of add to the almost like the ambiance of it, so to say. But no, I mean, I stuck with a few, and I like them, so I haven't really branched out to just try different ones. So
Okay, fair enough.
well, we talked about least favorite whiskey. So, what is the least favorite Scotch?
I don't think you'll get mine, and I don't know if I'll get yours either. But it's worth a shot in the dark.
Least favorite, man, that's hard because I like Scotch.
Yeah.
So by saying least favorite, it's still
the one mine.
Okay, and I'm gonna say
I don't think you'll
this
get.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not Scotch. I don't know what that is.
Least favorite, man, that's hard.
You probably won't get mine because I think it's before we did the channel, and I drank this and I didn't like it, and I said I'd never buy it again.
But I'm giving two options.
Well, you go first this time.
Like an A and a B.
Trying to think of what Rob has said that he just hasn't liked, and it's a tough question. Richie Z hasn't been to any distilleries, but he would love to as well one day.
Okay.
Richie Z, are you on our Facebook group? If not, hop over to Facebook and join our group because we share what we're smoking, drinking, stuff like that.
Oh, I know my least favorite. If I had to choose now.
Okay. Well, let me know what region it is. I'd let you know.
You know what? I've only had it one time, and I haven't done much research. We haven't reviewed it. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of something that I have or something that you just haven't really been able to want to drink.
I honestly, I guess I could look it up real quick, but
I don't think you'll get mine at all.
We
haven't really even talked about it.
Go ahead.
So mine's going to be the Tamdu 10 year. I bought a bottle of it.
So I guess I'm not guessing.
Oh, I thought you were guessing first.
I'm sorry. Tamdu 10, I guess.
Well, just tell me yours then, because I have no guess.
No, my least favorite is the Old Pulteney.
When I was writing these questions, I thought about that
12
stuff.
Year, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And I hear such good things about it, but I don't know. Maybe I have to try something. I don't know.
Have you had a Scotch?
Maybe I have to try it again.
No.
Most of them I like, and most of them I'll tolerate.
Yeah.
But the Tamdu is just like for $50. No thanks.
Yeah. Josh said I would not like the quarter cask, so I probably agree with that since he had that this weekend.
I think you just need to give peated stuff a little bit more.
It's not that I don't like it. I just I have to be in that mood for it.
I remember you used to, Graeme, give me
Ardbeg.
some Ardbeg or something, and I enjoyed that first sip, but then as I got further down, I was like, man, I can't drink all this, and then it was just so hard. But now it's definitely growing on me. I still like the more of the sherry, but yeah, there are times where I'm like, ooh, campfire,
Oh, yeah. Let's take a quick break and just talk about the cigar for a minute, because I'm kind of getting about a third in. Let me just take another puff because I gotta concentrate on it.
That's fine. Yeah, you guys are definitely going to understand more of the flavors that you'd get compared to somebody like me.
It says
there,
or so I've read. These are supposed to be a little dry. I'm not really getting it dry.
I think it's just my palate. I've gotten dryness in the past. It didn't say that, but
and it could be too because you've aged it for 3 years. I don't know. But
I definitely get the earthiness. And it's dry for me still. With a little bit of sweetness on the finish. Not much at all.
Okay.
Maybe some oak. I've heard coffee beans. I'm not really in tune with my coffee. I can.
I was going to say I'm getting coffee beans.
You are?
I am for sure. Almost to the extreme where I'm walking into a grocery store and I go down the coffee bean aisle. Like I am.
Okay. So that's pretty much what I'm getting right now.
But I'm not getting the nuts.
No,
I'm
not either.
Like I was with the bourbon.
Earthiness, dry notes.
I am getting earthiness.
Oak for me.
This is a good stogie.
It's good.
It's good. I know that this is 2015. You bought these. Is there any way to still get them?
Yeah, not the 2015. Probably not.
Okay.
Every year
they
they
still
come out
do
with a
this
new,
every year.
Yes.
It's just now it's probably the 2018.
Okay. Yeah.
That's good.
James Hudson is on, and he says he's drinking the Ardbeg 10 now.
Yeah, guys, what are you drinking?
That is a peat bomb right there.
Yeah, it is.
That's good.
What are you guys drinking? What are you guys smoking? Maybe. Let us know.
So I think the first drink I ever was on the TV on the channel with you guys with it was the Lagavulin 8 year, I believe.
Yeah, we did the 8 and the 16.
That's right. Yeah.
And at that time, I actually liked the 8 better.
Yeah.
But the 16 grew on me.
I'd like to do a revisit of that.
I would.
Maybe even have you on that for that one too, but I'd like to split them up, do the 8 and then the 16.
Yeah, because then we just like go from like
one to the other,
best, to like, you know.
I think I gave them both.
They're both good.
Very high scores.
Yeah.
Lagavulin in general is amazing.
I got them all written down.
I used to have a spreadsheet. I used to have a spreadsheet, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I think our highest score has gone. Mine was the Highland Park 15. I think yours was the 18. I think you gave it a 9.6.
Quick question. I asked James this because he said he was drinking the Ardbeg 10.
Okay. So
I said, do you prefer Ardbeg 10 over Lafroig 10? He said Ardbeg all the way. Do you guys have any preference? We did a video, Ardbeg versus Lafroig, a while ago.
Yeah. Between those two, I think I'd go off the top of my head, Ardbeg.
Ardbeg all the way. For anybody that's watched our videos, Lafroig, I do like Lafroig.
I do.
But it does have that weird finish with the sweetness on the end that throws me off.
I mean, at least with the 10-year, you know. If you were to compare some other Ardbegs with Lafroig, it might change, but.
C. Schweitzer is joining. Good to see you. No problem for joining late. That's okay.
No, not at all.
We're just happy
here
to
for
have
another
you.
few hours.
Few hours, Chad.
Oh,
Sorry,
funny.
All right, what do we got next?
All right. So we're going to go into the world of cigars. What is your pet peeve when it comes to smoking cigars?
Pet peeve. Besides the son of a moments?
No, what's mine?
Oh. Besides the son of a moments? Oh, man. What is your pet peeve?
This could go a couple ways, though, because it could go other people smoking, like it just really annoys you, or just like when you have something like this happen when you're smoking a cigar.
Yeah. I would say when your cigar burns out midway through, I mean, you know, and you have to keep relighting it, and then it ruins the flavors, and, you know.
Goodbye.
I would have to go with that for you.
Let's have a moment of silence, please.
Please have a moment of silence for the Angel's Envy that is going to be laid to rest. If anybody wants to bid on this, we'll start the bidding at $10. You can make a nice lamp of it. So
actually
$10.
Cool.
Oh, man.
I'm going to say...
Did you hear what I said about you?
Is when it just goes out.
When it goes out, yeah. You should know mine.
I'm going to say yours is going to be when you get a bad light.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all right?
Mm-hmm. And I feel like I think I fixed it. But for a while, I think my humidor was doing something because it would light really, like on one half, it would do really good. And then like the other half would just not light no matter what I did.
It can be if it's a Maduro cigar. Typically, those are harder to keep a good light. Yeah. But it is also could be how you store your cigars too.
So what's your pet peeve?
My pet peeve is going to be when I have a really tight draw.
Okay. I should have known that from all the reviews we've done. Tight draw, not really a fan of that.
Because I don't want to be like.
You look like a pigeon when you do that. That's good. In case you guys were wondering, the Angel's Envy and the Stogie, they go really, really well together. Bourbon usually does.
Pete, you are not the worst fan. You get one of the best fan awards for coming back. He had to leave. Now he's back.
Oh.
We are playing the How Well Do You Know Me game, and we just got on cigars. And he says, love me, Maduro. Maduro.
Richie had a comment underneath Josh is there.
Do you plan to review any Compass Box Scotch soon? You know what?
Any what?
Compass Box. It's another blended Scotch. A lot of people think it's better than Johnny Walker.
Okay, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot.
I know Scotch Test Dummies was with, I forgot who they were with the company, but they did a live video with him. I learned a lot in that video from them too. So if you haven't heard of Scotch Test Dummies, go for them. Yeah.
And Pete has his own channel.
Yes, for Pete's sake, go to his page.
One of these months he's going to come out with a new video. I know it.
Yep,
I know
it's going to happen. But yes, I definitely would like to try some Compass Box. Actually, I have not tried, so that'd be a good review. But I've heard a lot about it.
Okay. I already know the next question.
Okay.
You're gonna get this one like right away. It is, what is your favorite cigar?
This is the Oliva V Milano.
Yours is the Padron 1926 80th anniversary or whatever it is.
Not a bad way to spend 20-some bucks.
Am I right? Is it 1926?
It's gonna be the Padron 1964,
64.
just because it's more affordable.
Oh, okay.
It's like 12, 13 bucks.
Yeah.
I've had the 1926 80th year twice.
Okay.
And for me, I just can't put it as my favorite just because it's one of those that I only have every so often.
Yeah. Another one that's kind of been getting me is the Swamp Rat from
Drew Estate.
Drew Estate, but it's the
Kentucky Fire Cured.
Yep. So that, I mean, for what, $6, $7?
How about, do we know each other's favorite cigar brand
Um,
or line? I don't know yours. It's going to be the same. It's going to be Oliva.
I would move away from Padron and go. I'd go Drew Estate. No, I'd go Tatuaje.
No.
I'd go Drew Estate.
Yeah, it's pretty much Drew Estate,
Okay.
Padron. Those two.
Okay.
Yeah. I love the Liga
Always have
Privada,
sort of
the Undercrown Shade.
Yeah.
I have some. What are the pig ones, guys? The Flying Pigs. I have two of those that we're waiting to review that I haven't smoked yet. I have had those for a couple of years as well. They're like this big, but they're fat.
Okay.
So
And I know you like the Little Monsters ones too.
yes, that's Tatuaje.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The Skinny Monsters.
Skinny Monsters.
Do you remember what my favorite is?
Oh, yeah. This is a tough one. What's Chad's favorite cigar? Favorite
Your
cigar?
favorite
or
cigar?
brand?
Favorite cigar. This is a cigar I got all my guys.
I know. I do know.
On my bachelor party 2 years ago. We were golfing.
I know this. This was the
It's a cheaper
this
cigar
was a
too.
Drew Estate.
Nope.
Wasn't it the? I thought it was the Undercrown.
No.
I know. I know it. I know it.
What is that?
La Aroma de Cuba,
Ah,
there it
which was just on our
It was.
best cigars
Yeah.
for
Yes.
on a budget. So watch that if you haven't either.
It was.
All right, let's. We got some chat going on here, which is great.
Long Walks on the Beach from Pete. Okay.
Try 1964 with some Baileys. Okay.
Bailey's.
Not-
What is Bailey's?
Baileys is like an Irish cream. A lot of
Okay.
people mix it with their ice cream, like a dessert kind
For
of,
coffee.
or coffee.
Steve used to love that. That's the
Um,
only thing he would drink was Bailey's.
But yeah, I mean, Bailey's good stuff.
Are there good cigar pairings with rum? Great question again by Richie Z. I actually just bought my first 2 bottles of rum for my birthday. I bought Florida Cana 18 year, and then I cannot remember the other one. It's got an old dude on it. Whatever.
Captain Morgan's.
No. And I've had the Florida Cana. I haven't opened up the other one yet. And the rum, at least that one, it was too alcohol-y for me.
Yeah.
So I do have that with water.
Yeah.
But that'd be a good thing to do,
I'd
too,
like
is
to
try
get a
that
little
with
bit more
cigar.
into rum.
It's a lot sweeter, I think.
It
and
is
sugary.
It is. Yeah, I'd like to get more into it. I like tequila. Tequila's good stuff.
So what flavors are you guys now getting that you're about halfway to also 3/4 through the stick now?
It's pretty much the same for me.
Same?
Haven't experienced a whole lot of transitions.
I'm getting a little cream.
For the record, I am better with picking up flavors in whiskey as opposed to cigars.
Yes.
For me, cigars, I know I enjoy and I can pick up some of the flavors, but I'm not going to be as in-depth with my stogies as I am with my whiskey.
Yeah.
I just know I enjoy it and I can get like a couple of those flavors,
Yeah.
whereas that I can dig in a little bit further. Are you still smoking it?
Yeah, it's right there. I'm smoking it.
So
I'm just trying to get the group going here.
Sure, yeah.
So
What? Not to cut you off.
oh, you're
because,
fine.
because Graeme just made this wonderful comment, and he just heard himself.
Fadwa! Oh, we got a son of a moment.
And it got on me. Oh my gosh!
I'm an idiot, and I touched the tip of my cigar, and it hurt.
Since Graeme made this comment about whiskeys and cigars and flavors, ironically, the next question is, if you had to choose cigars or whiskey, what would it be?
All right, we know this one too, I think. He's going to say whiskey.
I'd go whiskey.
He's right.
You're gonna say whiskey.
Yeah.
You're whiskey too, probably.
Oh, of course.
There are times though where I'm like, man,
Yes.
a cigar sounds so good.
Basically, that's like saying if I had to choose one or the other, I would
Yeah.
go whiskey. But stogies, man, there it is.
Like when you're mowing the lawn.
But the reason why I
Done that
say
recently.
whiskey is because it's so much easier to maintain. It's so much easier to just sit down and watch a movie and have a glass of whiskey or whatever. You don't, you're not going to get yelled at the wife because you smell like cigars.
Or the house smells like cigars.
Or the house, yeah.
So since it buzzes my hair, though, I don't get yelled at as much. I don't stink as much. But
all your stink was coming from the beer.
Yeah, it sits in your hair. But
then
I got the beards on it.
I will say, and correct me if you guys think well, I guess tell me if you think otherwise. I think in the end, though, whiskey can start costing a little bit more than cigars.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Now, if you buy, packs of cigars or, of 10 or something online or so, it can get up there, or 20. But just for like one bottle, you're looking at something good for at least $40.
Yeah.
So
the thing too that I would kind of just piggyback on that last question, if we're in a group setting like this, like a social setting, I would prefer cigars over whiskey. Okay. I would prefer to smoke a cigar because I feel like there's more conversation.
There is.
And you're usually sitting outside enjoying the weather.
Mm-hmm.
So in a social setting, I do prefer having a stogie. But if I had to choose one or the other, it'd be whiskey.
What about a cigar or a pipe?
Ooh. I smoked my pipe the other night when we had our get-together. Well, we started with cigars, then I went to the pipe.
Yeah. I'll say real quick that I think I get more flavors from pipe smoking. However, I enjoy smoking a cigar a heck of a lot more. That's me.
Pete says, I can appreciate someone that tells what they are truly tasting than just making up flavors. Sure. I'm tasting buttered ginger snaps and fish scales.
Thanks, buddy. Mm-hmm. Fish scales.
Very good, Pete. Well, everybody's palate is different.
Swamp water.
It's all subjective. There's no right or wrong, really. I mean, what I'm going to get is probably different than you.
True.
Yeah, hold on.
And I like that, too. I try to do that in a lot of the reviews. Kind of what I'm really like sometimes. What was it?
I do find, sorry to cut you off.
No,
I do find though when we review, when we know what we're looking for, it's easier to get those flavors.
Like when you mentioned coffee beans earlier, I'm like, oh yeah, for sure.
But like if you blind taste it, you're just kind of like, I don't know. But if you know what you're looking for, you can kind of focus better on it and kind of. So I would always recommend that when you guys are trying something new, look what you're supposed to get and then see if that matches up and if you can, because it's a good way to do it.
It's definitely. Could you do me a favor? Could you slide that over a little bit so I can see you on the screen? Because I feel like it's just there we go.
There we go.
Hi, everybody.
Slide it over. So go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, do we have any more questions that come on the top of our head? Maybe like you prefer Scotch over Irish whiskey, right? And bourbon and all that. Okay. So I would take an Irish whiskey.
Chad loves the Irish whiskey. What's your favorite Irish whiskey?
Well, the one I've tasted the most is going to be Jameson.
Just normal? Just Jameson?
Any Jameson, but the one I do want to try the most is the Middleton.
But I want to try that.
More on the.
It's over $100, right? Yeah, it's about 110.
Yeah, about that.
Is that an age statement?
I don't believe so, but I just love the presentation of it because, again, I mean, it's a little bit extra that you get from the
and you don't hear much about it either, so
correct.
It's more.
But another one I have to do, not to cut you off.
That's fine.
But the Redbreast 12 and 15 year.
Oh yeah,
that is.
I love the 12.
I cannot believe we have not tried the what is it, the cask strength 12.
Yeah.
Man, like we need to get that. I almost bought that, but I went with something else instead. I think I went with the peat.
Okay.
Balvenie peat.
Sure.
But yeah, I really like Bushmills 10. That's my favorite Irish whiskey. I know
that is good.
I know you were like, oh, it's okay, it's good, but
$35.
But
so.
my thing is $35, and you go from a 3 to 4 year old whiskey of just normal Bushmills, spend like $12 more on the 10 year, and it's such a difference, like night and day.
Yeah. And my father-in-law has the Redbreast 15 year, which is also very good, but. Ironically, I think the 12 year is actually better than the 15 year. So
yeah. Does your wife ever have a drink with you every now and then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What does she like? For the ladies out there, what could they drink?
Ladies. No, she likes.
Brittany, you tell us if he's wrong.
Yeah, she is on. She should be watching.
She's just behind the scenes.
Yeah, she is. But no, I mean she likes Irish whiskey as well. She does not like PD at all. I mean that's something that she'll like almost spit out.
And my wife's different. She loves the Lagavulin.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say love it, but she enjoys that more than anything else.
Yeah, but my Brittany would probably drink anything from Irish whiskey, redbreast she's had.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had any Bushmills with her, but
Okay.
she also enjoys having a cigar too, which I know not every woman out there likes to do it, but you know.
I didn't mean to throw
nice.
her name out there.
Well, that's fine.
Okay. I know I know Heather, she likes cigars, but she does not. I don't think she's a big fan of whiskey. She never really wants to try. She's like, yeah, I don't want to.
More wine.
She's wine. Yep.
Yeah.
Wine and beer.
Speaking of wine, we are now tasting the Johnny Walker wine cask blend.
Lord be with us on this
As
one.
soon as you said that, I thought I was still drinking Angel's Envy because I forgot you poured me some.
Rob and I are going to be doing a review on this very soon because we just want to bash the shit out of it.
You can't curse.
You can curse. Say it at least twice.
I don't want
That's
you
it.
cursing every couple of words.
Yeah, I don't know. I am really looking
Just don't
forward to
enjoy
that.
it.
To the White Walker.
Yeah.
Man, I am so. And we do have the 2049 Blade Runner series that we have not opened yet. So maybe eventually. Compare it to the White Walker or something.
Well, the last question, formal question, I should say, we have on here is favorite size cigar to smoke.
Oh, gosh.
Again,
I like the big ones.
Oh, I already know this.
Fish bag.
You mean like, do you mean size or do you mean
Whatever the one Pete smoked that was like 3 feet long. That gimmick video he did a while back.
I think for me personally, not to cut either one of you off.
You're not
I
talking
mean, I
about
wasn't
ring
talking-
gauge, are you?
no.
Or you're talking
Like
about
a Robusto,
Torpedo,
Churchill,
okay.
Toro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for me, the size, I think for me matters like what activity I'm doing. 'Cause
True.
I can smoke a cigar, be it big, small, or whatever the formal wording is. But like if I'm out golfing or doing something, I really don't want to be smoking something super long and huge and takes 3 hours to get through them. Also,
Right.
you know,
It
some
does
of the
depend
smaller-
on your time because you can't rush cigars.
Yeah.
the Churchill.
But if I had to guess Graeme, I'd say Robusto.
I'm gonna guess for you, Toro.
Yeah.
Mine's Toro as well.
Okay.
It's kind of that mid-range. Robusto, I feel like there's a time and a place for it, but I'd like to smoke for a little longer. Because I only have maybe in the summer probably like anywhere from 0 to 2 a week. Maybe
Okay.
0 to 3 a week. Yeah.
When softball's going on.
Yeah. When softball's going on, we have a little bit more.
I'm getting a lot of glue. This is.
glue.
I know we want to do a
Elmer's?
review on it. It's
I'm getting some like camel piss
like
with
Like,
bad
as-
wine.
no, like if you were to like take a lick of your paintbrush, paint thinner. Or
It's
something,
sad because
man.
like when you first smell it, you actually get a lot of that wine like flavor.
Yeah,
and
I
smell.
just don't like the combo, the Scotch with the wine cask blend. I don't know.
I feel bad
Maybe it's
for
like
I feel
wine,
bad
you
for
can-
the
I can be
Scotch
fine
they
with it.
used to blend it. Like what a waste.
It was probably,
and I'm
it's
a
probably
huge-
just Red Label.
And I'm a huge. It probably is. I'm a huge Johnny Walker fan.
There you are.
And I am very. I'm not upset, but just very.
How much
Man.
was it? $20?
I think it was.
I
I
mean-
think I spent 23-ish. Yeah, it's fun.
It's the perfect gift for somebody that you don't care about. So
Here's something new. Try it.
Oh,
You
and it's
like
open.
wine?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had to test it for you.
Yeah.
no, for me personally, I don't think it's as bad as you guys are making it. Again, you taste a lot better stuff. I won't buy this every day though. You know, it's not.
Oh, God, I can't buy it every day either.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, as a regular thing.
Yeah. And it is,
No, I
it is
don't think it's-
40%.
I don't think it's terrible, but it's definitely not one of my favorites.
So what is this XP experience number 6 or expert number 6? Is this like their experience? I bet you it's experience number 6. So they have, you know how they have all these blended scotches going right now, like their special editions. It's probably the 6th one they've tried, and I would have to say without trying all the rest, it's the worst.
Thank you, Tatuaje, for not overgluing the cigar.
Mine was really hard to take off. I mean, it wasn't hard, but it was kind of sticky.
So back to we vaguely talked about pipe or cigar.
Okay. The more I drink this, I'm not gonna lie, it's the least I taste the paint thinner, but it still tastes like glue.
Like
And camel piss.
I don't get the camel fist, but
So we did a video a while
I
back
do.
about cigars versus pipes, and we said we wanted to smoke more pipes. But with our work schedule, we only get one video out typically a week. So it's tough to, because we want to make all of our fans happy with cigars and whiskey, it's tough to fit in a pipe. And we don't know a whole lot about them. We enjoy them once in a while, but again, it's still something that I would like to get into. And I think there's a time and a place for pipes. I like smoking a pipe more in the winter when I only need to be out here for like 10 minutes or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love the aromatic tobacco.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that that law didn't go through where any in-house blends were going to be taken off the shelves in August, because the government would have looked at them as a blender and they would have had to pay a buttload of taxes. So that got thrown away. So they're going to keep their house blends, which I'm so thankful for, because they have some really great aromatic blends out there.
Yeah.
And eventually, yeah, I'd still like to get into pipes more and do videos, but we can't really commit to it at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think smoking a pipe is fun.
Yeah,
and it's different.
It's got a different feel to it, you know.
But I don't like relighting all the time, and
or smoking like once every other day.
Yeah. So I don't know. Pete was smoking pipes. I don't know if he still is, but it's
Let us know, Pete.
Something that we do every once in a while.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Keep talking.
I do not to go back to the cigar we are smoking here, but I do like having cigar companies with unique wrappers. It sounds interesting, but it's just the little things again that kind of make your cigar stand out. So especially for somebody that may not know a flavor or how it smokes or anything like that, sometimes this is the thing that makes people buy it. So
Phil had a question. What is your unicorn cigar? So maybe a cigar that you don't always get to smoke that you really like, but hard to get or pricey.
Yeah.
Mine would be the Padron 1926 80th year.
I would go with the Cuban, Sir Romeo Juliet. I think it's like exhibition number 4. Heard a lot of good things about that. Spell exhibition with a C though, so I think that's how you pronounce it. But one of the reasons that is because I keep hearing people smoking it on Cigar Aficionado. That's usually what they're smoking when they do the interviews. So, and so when I'm reading that, I'm like, oh, I want to try that. I think who was that? I think McConaughey was smoking it, and I'm a McConaughey fan. And then I read another one too. I think it was Chris Pratt. I don't think Chris Pratt was smoking it, but the director of Guardians was smoking it. So I just wanted to try it. Plus, before we got the Cubans, I was like, oh, okay, that's like sounds really good.
My Cuban cigar would be probably the Cohiba Bejique or the Bolivar. Thanks to Phil, we do have a Bolivar now. Well, we do have a Cohiba too. I don't think it's a Bejique. I don't know if it's the same thing, but just a different size. But Bejique is the counterfeit rate is just like 90%. So it's like really tough to get a real Cohiba Bejique.
Yeah. Josh said, Rob, get off your phone. I'm sorry.
Thanks for calling him out.
I'm here, Josh. So,
I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah. This is a very good cigar. I would definitely buy these.
Yeah, for the price point, though, I mean,
$11 isn't bad.
No. Like we talk about some cigars that are like $20-some. So I mean, $11 is it's a good smoke.
It's a good smoke.
I know you guys. We've asked this question before, but who is one person you'd want to smoke a cigar with?
I'll let him go first.
Oh, dead or alive?
Either.
Oh gosh.
Or both. Your choice.
Well, he's thinking. I'll just say Jerry Seinfeld, because I know he smokes cigars and he's funny.
Okay.
I think that would be a really good time.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice.
No. Don't inhale these.
I'd have to go with either Churchill.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Or Chris Pratt would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
I'm still hoping one day we can.
Yeah. And Crosby's Corner. Just other exactly. Other YouTube buddies meet in person.
I think your sister's on.
My sister?
She said, Robbie, Except Beth,
Hey,
0804.
Ooh. No, just kidding. That's cool. So
Phil says ours is a Cohiba Robusto. So
okay,
now
cool.
a Bejique.
I can't wait to smoke that too.
Yeah.
That's another one that I've been wanting to try.
Since you mentioned Seinfeld as your, I would actually say maybe like even like a Michael Jordan. I know he smokes cigars a lot, so it'd be interesting to walk into his humidor because obviously I don't think he has little boxes anymore. He has like a walking humidor for all his stuff he smokes. So
JFK would be another one.
Yeah.
I'm sure Josh was waiting for me to say Derek Carr. But,
he wants to smoke with Jordy Nelson. And
no, if it was a football player though, definitely Brett Favre. So yeah, or Ray Lewis. That'd be cool.
No,
I like Ray Lewis, man. Nah,
We don't know that.
We're live.
I know.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
I'm sorry.
Do I have to finish this?
No, you don't.
Might have some Ravens fans on here. If we have Ravens fans, just leave.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. All of the beers go down to 0.
Yeah, I know, right? We went from 13 to 6. Oh, that's funny.
So what about you guys, though? I mean, we have Phil, Josh on. Who would you like to smoke a cigar with?
Beth, who do you want to smoke a cigar with?
Yeah, Beth.
Bobby.
Yeah. So,
Right. I'll smoke a cigar with the one day. Girls will have that one.
yeah,
too.
right.
Christmas.
Christmas.
For the wedding.
My wedding.
The
I'll
wedding.
see you then.
That's right. It's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
It is. Month away.
Those are always good time to smoke cigars.
I've never had one at a wedding. So I've been
Oh, yeah.
always been too busy, doing
Yeah.
whatever we got to do.
Like they plan, they get out like 50 cigars or 20 cigars, and then like, oh, we have all these cigars, and then you end up not having one. So,
Grant would be sorry to get back in the last question, but Grant would be, I think, for me, it'd be kind of cool. That he smoked his little cheapo cigar that they have out there.
Yeah.
The $1 cigar.
oh yeah, yeah.
So
What
I
about
think
like
that'd be interesting.
what about like a fictional character,
Oh,
cigar or whiskey, or both?
a fictional character?
Yeah, like Jon Snow or something.
Drink whiskey with Daenerys.
the bad guy from Space Jam.
Okay. Life is good.
Yeah, I mean we don't have any other
John Wayne.
John Wick. Hey,
John Wick.
John Wick.
Mm.
What's his name? Clint Eastwood would be a lot of fun.
Yes, that would be very cool.
That would be cool.
He'd probably give me dirty looks the whole time.
Yeah. Scaring you.
Yeah. I'd make sure I was in the lawn over though, so I wasn't in his lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Or what's his name? Sean Connery. That'd be cool. I don't know if they smoke, but
Welcome to the Rock.
what's wrong with Sean Connery?
Nothing.
It's Sean Connery.
No, I was just thinking of Nicolas Cage in those movies. So,
Oh.
so you just happened to fall.
A lot of people give
Yo,
Nicolas
Brad.
Cage crap, but Nicolas Cage used to be pretty good.
used to be still.
What have you done for me lately?
Yes.
Everybody's like, "Oh, he was a terrible actor," but he played in a lot of good movies. Face Off, Con Air, Family Man, The Rock.
Family Man.
Yeah, you've
Oh.
never seen Family Man?
That's a great
Christmas
movie.
It's a good movie.
Great movie.
Kick Ass was a good movie.
Well, I mean, we're getting down to it. We can go for a couple minutes more. We don't really have anything else scripted for the
No, but
show.
You know,
but if you
it's-
guys have any other questions, shoot them out now because we're probably going to be on for another 15 minutes.
oh, I got something.
Hey!
My basement is getting finished right now, and so we will have another studio to work
There you go.
with. Probably take turns. It's not going to look like Studio 2 anytime soon, but we'll have something new.
Very nice.
Well, that reminds me, too, speaking of studios, when we were talking about, this is going way back, so forgive me, but
Oh,
we're
my
talking
fish
about
tank.
the,
Okay.
the Red Breast.
Okay. Man, that was like 10 minutes
I
ago.
know. The
Right,
Red
right.
Breast 12, if anybody notices on our videos, behind us, we have the top shelf of Scotch. Red Breast 12 is the only non-Scotch on that shelf, on that upper
Or
shelf.
downstairs.
Yep,
I was
in
looking
our
behind
studio.
that.
In our studio.
I know.
So that's how much I like it, that I put it up there with my favorite scotches.
Yeah, it's good.
That's good
Well,
stuff.
it's whiskey.
Yeah.
I just like Red Breast because because it's I
Got the
get
word
a lot of
breast.
cinnamon.
No, yeah, I mean the red breast is very, very good. It's so
Oh, some red breast. Hold the red.
Okay, Michael Scott.
Is that what you really want? No, the gourmet hot dog.
No, but red breast is very good. It's a I do taste the cinnamon in there as well. It's just
I get a lot of
nice. It's very
spice and vanilla with the red breast. I'm
nice.
just
It does look like Josh says he wants to have a housewarming party to break in your basement. I agree with that. Break the walls down.
Brewers are still losing. It's not
That's
good.
Oh, the
nice.
Brewers.
It's not good.
Because then they have 162 games.
That's the thing.
I was watching
I
the
can't
other
keep
night.
up with baseball. Man.
Wait,
There's a
we
game
got a
every
question.
night.
We got a question
All right.
from a James Hudson. What would you suggest as a good starting cigar?
Straight off the bat or right off the top of my head, I would say Cinco Vegas.
Yeah, Cinco Vegas is a really good one.
About what, $4 or $5?
3.
Yeah.
I brag about that one all the time.
And that's why I would say go to, because it's cheap and it's still good quality.
It's a very good
in
smoke.
my opinion.
Very good smoke.
What about you?
I've had it multiple times too.
Cinco Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because you don't want to jump in there with like a full body cigar or
Right.
anything like that, because then you'll end up feeling
You want something a little higher quality, because
Yeah.
if you want something a little more like other than Cinco Vegas, I'd also say Oliva O.
Yeah.
Because it's the Connecticut. But yeah.
You know, really any of those on our cigars on a budget too.
Yeah.
Would be good starters. The Undercrown Shade comes to mind too. Really buttery stick.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
If you finish that, you'll get some green label.
Yeah.
Green label.
Chug.
Going back to Johnny Walker for a little bit here.
When are we
Some of-
opening up your platinum? We're doing that this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get through more bottles first.
We just got through one. Now we can open up another one.
So, Green Label is my favorite by far, Johnny Walker.
Okay.
I believe it's the best value for your buck, $45-ish, and you get the top end bottle. You get really good flavors, citrus, a little bit of smoke, orange peel, a little bit of chocolate, and I love it.
See, I like
What
the
you
Green
say?
Label a lot too. If you were to put them side by side, and I wasn't sure which one was which, I would have to go with blue. I would have to.
And this is the only one that's
But
43%.
Right.
All the other ones are 40, except for the Blue Label Special Series.
yeah, the Ghost or whatever it is.
Which, come on, who finds that?
The
I've never
Ghost
seen it.
The Ghost dude.
I saw it at Total Wine for a little while.
Did you?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep, I saw it at Total Wine.
Oh, I got some more comments coming in there. Having a drink with Tyrion Lannister would be cool. Yes, I agree.
He'd probably drink you under the table.
Probably, and then probably try to kill me. So
Tywin or Tyrion?
Both of them
Tyrion,
would kill you.
whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they probably both kill you. Tyrion's a good guy, but he's a Lannister. Game of Thrones, though, if we're going to talk about that with a drink, I'd have to go with
The Night Walk.
I'd have to go with Bronn.
He'd
Could
be
have
lot
a
of
beer
fun.
with him, man.
Yeah.
Be a lot of fun. Play that game that they were playing that one night. Anyways. Game of Thrones. So far away.
I know. A couple months from now.
Oh, back up to 11 viewers.
Ah,
Gosh, my lights are going to blow over.
7 months. Gonna be optimistic here, man.
I know.
Any of you guys watch Game of Thrones? The
If you
countdown continues.
If you don't, you should.
Football's starting, though, and then we have
Yeah.
football, and then we have Game of Thrones.
Very excited
Anybody
for
doing
football.
fantasy football?
See, and that is why I'm wearing this. One, because of the last night, the Hall of Fame, Brett Favre's in the Hall of Fame, and fantasy football is coming.
Very soon.
Excited.
3 weeks. 3 weeks from
Can't
yesterday.
wait. Can't wait
Rob
to.
just said he's going to trade his first overall pick. That's just great.
Should have had the shirt out here that Rob's going
Yeah.
to wear.
We're from second to last.
Josh, don't get last because I don't know if that extra large is going to fit you. It's more like a large.
That's nice. Sorry, Josh. I'm here to.
Probably be able to breathe.
No, he won't. It'll be Travis. Sorry, Travis.
Hey,
You
Hillbilly
watch this?
Wine's
You
on.
know, Travis is pretty skinny nowadays.
No, I'm just saying Travis probably get last.
Oh, yeah.
James Hudson
Sorry,
says, so
Travis.
long to wait for the
Sorry,
next
Travis.
Game of Thrones. not only is it a long time to wait for Game of Thrones, but the fact that it's the last season really is.
And it's only 6
sad.
episodes. Like we're waiting, and they're saying like, oh, it's going to be, like movie length. I doubt it. It's going to be like an hour and 20. If they did every episode 2 hours,
Then just
like,
make 10.
Yeah, right. Unless it's like saving money because you're.
It's still pretty good though.
Yeah,
Hour 20 is good.
It'd be hard to stay up that late.
It's like, yeah.
I could see the finale being 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, and I wonder if they would ever put it in theaters, the finale, because I think season 4 they put it in the theaters. Enough Game of Thrones talk.
Josh says, "No worries, Rob can keep the shirt."
I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna go last again, huh? Let us know if any of you guys want to start a fantasy league.
Oh boy.
That'd be fun. Yeah. We're a
At
community.
least Chad is paying attention to us. Yes, I am trying.
No, that was like 10 minutes ago. He's not paying attention.
I
dude. That
am
was 10
paying
minutes ago.
attention. Okay.
Does say 10 minutes ago.
Does it?
No,
it does.
But
that
it was
green.
a while
Okay,
ago.
so this green label, so much better than that.
Oh, of
Obviously.
course. Of course.
Wow.
And this was gone for a while. It was off shelves
They
for
brought it
4
back.
years.
Yeah.
They brought it back in 2016. I'm so glad
They
they
need to
did.
keep it forever. If they're gonna
Yes.
get rid of any of them, they need to get rid of the black, right, Josh?
I'd say that
They
the
can't get rid of the red because
Red.
platinum or the gold.
platinum or gold, one of them.
Like you don't need both.
I would say gold. Platinum just sounds cool.
I do remember though at my local Myers they had the blue label on clearance, ironically, for $170.
Oh, you said 106.
It's close enough. Tax and all that. You're
Liar.
okay. I have been drinking,
We
guys.
don't count tax.
Hillbilly Wine says there's a Game of Thrones wine and beer. We've reviewed the beer, and Rob has tried all
man,
three
the
wines.
wine is amazing.
And it's cheap.
Well, there's 3 beers and then 2 wines.
Okay.
I think
wines?
maybe, there might be
I thought
3.
there
I
was
tried
3,
2
but I don't know.
wines. Tried the Chardonnay, I think, and then the red. The red was superb, and I'm not a big red wine guy.
I love red wine.
The beer was good, but
Man,
it was
but
like
that
it's
was
beer.
so
It's tough,
good. The beer was good, but it was a little heavy for my. But it was good. Had a lot of good flavors.
Was the red wine kind of?
We have a
dry?
review on the beer. I'm sorry,
Was the red wine
No,
dry?
not at all. No.
That's good stuff.
but it wasn't too sweet either. It was good.
A semi-sweet.
Yeah, and you can still get it.
Typical with Maduro. Yeah, it's still burning pretty good, but a little wonky. But you're gonna expect that with a Maduro wrapper, so don't be all up in arms about that. Pretty good burn
Yeah.
still. Construction on the Tatuaje has been really good, going all the way down. Great flavors, earthy, oak, dryness. Not in a bad way either for dryness. It's just kind of makes you want to drink a little bit more.
Yeah.
Rob, got some cocoa beans in there a little bit.
Yep.
Or not cocoa beans,
I know what you
coffee
meant,
beans.
coffee beans. And I will say it's getting a little dry. I know earlier I was saying I'm not getting any dryness, and you would think that it wouldn't be dry toward the end for me anyways, but I am getting a little bit.
I didn't get a whole lot of transitions, but that's just, again, my palate. I wasn't focusing on it as much, and we were drinking it with Scotch. So, again, this was loose review on both of them.
Mm.
And we even trashed the wine blend a little bit.
Yeah.
Did
A
you
little
like
bit.
it?
It's not bad. It's
You want to give me
just-
$20 for it?
it's $16.50.
No, don't do that.
No, again, you're comparing a lot of good, Johnny Walker whiskeys and things to it. I mean, yeah, it's on the low end. I mean, I don't know if I would give it like you mentioned a D- or something of that nature. I don't think it's
D+.
great. D+. I'd say C-, C.
Below average, because a C to me is average.
Yeah. C is average.
Unless you're, it's not.
Can't
not
wait
bad.
to review that.
I mean, I wouldn't say camel piss, but,
No,
but it's,
but paint.
no.
Like
I
a
mean,
paintbrush.
well, I've never licked a paintbrush, so I don't know what that tastes.
I have.
You have?
You ever actually? I've tried.
Oh boy.
I've tried fingernail polish. That's disgusting.
What?
I'll try
you guys
anything.
are probably thinking me that I'm a very
So
bad
we got
person.
some more comments here.
Pretty much just banter back and forth.
Okay, that's good.
I'd
And
say,
we need you in like every video so you can check these comments for us. We're bad at that.
Well, guys, should we? I'm pretty much done here. Should we end it?
Sure.
So, thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for sticking with us. All the guys that did, and even those that just came in for a little bit. Thank
And
you,
the ladies. Yeah, Beth.
and Beth.
Thank
and
you, Beth.
Maybe
You
Brittany.
ready?
We don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just reviewed the Angel's Envy, which was good, solid B.
Oh, yeah.
And the Tatuaje TAA 2015 edition, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if by year they change in flavor profile. I don't know. I've only had the 2015.
That reminds me. The Lagavulin 12. Every year they come out with one.
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we can grab one this year.
One of these years.
Yeah.
All right, guys. As always, don't forget to have a drink in one hand, a cigar in the other, and good company by your side. Until next time, we'll see you soon.
See you soon.